So, in the spirit of liberation and seeking freedom for ourselves, mind, body, and spirit, I asked the cards what messages could be helpful to us during this time. So, I have a couple cards here. The first that I have is the Five of Pentacles. And as a lot of you know, 5 means kind of like the number 5 numerically means that it's kind of the trials and tribulations that life might bring, right? What I'm picking up from this card is that the way to help yourself through these times, let's say through these capitalistic trials, is by remaining true to yourself and by allowing yourself to experience joy and to seek joy in your life, and by focusing less on the external and more on the internal. So less on what you perceive, less on what you see, and more on how you're feeling. How are you feeling when you get home from the end of the day? How are you feeling after a walk? How are you feeling after a run? How are you feeling in a relationship? Exchanging with coworkers, exchanging with your children. How does that feel for you? So remain true to yourself and use the resources you have to create wealth in other non-monetary ways. The next card I have is the Five of Swords. So here I see a lot of internal conflict. This to me is saying another way you can help yourself to become more free is by, I see joy here, but it's more of like a power and the sense of being discerning. So we all want to be as busy as possible, right? Everybody wants to be busy. From yoga in the morning to coffee with a friend to lunch with a different friend to a run in the afternoon to is it time for dinner already? So this card is reminding us that you can live your truth and you can have a strong relationship with spirituality, with yourself, with your joy, with your freedom, with love, with life. Be grounded and choose your power and not have to be constantly seeing everyone and being everything to everyone at all times, right? So choose your joy here is what we're hearing. Choose your power, choose your groundedness. You can have all three. You just have to be discerning, cut other things out of your life that, or out of your day, let's say, simplify it, that may not be helpful to you. Yeah, and really reinforce those boundaries. Really say, I do not have time to see my friend for lunch today. I really need to go for a walk by myself instead. Yeah, you'll be the better for it. Next, I have the Seven of Wands. So this to me is saying, speaking of internal conflict as well, but it's less about how we relate to other people and how we are communicating with other people and interacting, experiencing with other people, but more so, how are you communicating, interacting with yourself? So a lot of these internal values like shame, anger, guilt, disgust can come up when certain values are tried, right? And so this is saying, how do you allow yourself to interact with these things in a way that's loving, healthy, and kind, while also making moves to the type of person, towards the type of person, the type of life you want to be living, and not let yourself be, let yourself succumb to what these thoughts and feelings and vibes are telling you, right? So you can be what you want to be, but your mind might have something to say about it, and it's just part of it. It's just machinery, right? So the path to more freedom for ourselves and our lives is here in this reading. at least for now.